Why don't you talk about what your first deal actually looked like, putting it together, obviously having never done this before with no experience. Share a little bit about the first deal, then we can talk about what fears you faced before you actually dove in.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that happens is, someone says, hey, I want you to, loan on my projects. And you go, okay, is this a person that I can trust? And because when you don't have experience, you go back to more of the things that you do, whether it's, basically you're assessing the character of this person, trying to make an intelligent decision as to whether or not you think this person will be responsible with your money. And even nowadays, that's still true for the business, because we don't really want to loan money out to someone who we're going to have to chase down later, because we're in the lending business, not the foreclosure business, or else we would buy underperforming notes instead of, we don't want to create them, right?
Yeah, we'd be at REO sales all day long.
Yeah, exactly. But so the situation really came down, and it was meeting with the borrower, the client, as we call them, and discussing, basically the structure of the loan documents. What were those going to look like? And again, I had no experience in that really. I had we have general counsel for the company that I work for. And so I reached out to him, and he provided me with some documents that in all fairness, they got the job done, but they could have been done better. Just because he honestly didn't even understand what I was trying to use them for in the first place. So it was no shame on him, and it was more fault of my own. But we had a way to secure a loan, or I had a way to secure my money against the property through a promissory note, then a mortgage, obviously, and all the documents to go with it. So the original note was for, I think, roughly $250,000 or $285,000, somewhere in that range. And we were at 70% loan to value, and the note had, again, very favorable client terms, but I was learning, and that was the key there. Almost that ready, fire, aim approach, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But we went through the project, and, as we were going through the project, I opened my mouth way too early on. It was like, oh, this is going really well. This is going, really smoothly for you guys. And, he was like, oh, knock on wood, and then that's when everything started getting interesting, because the property came up with a number of funky issues, whether it was like, there was a drain on the property and it wasn't draining quite right. So they tried to do some exterior work, and then, just a number of things happened that, are probably too much detail for, the extent of this podcast, but things went strange. But at the end of the day, we both came out of the deal, and I got paid what I was supposed to get paid, and they made a small profit as well. And I realized, done right, this could really be a great way to generate a lot of passive income. So that was really the first experience then. And, the part that I wish I'll go back and talk on for 1 second is, the moment that money leaves your bank account, you start reassessing everything. And I think that happens to everyone when they do their first deal. You start to think, okay, well, did I underwrite well? Meaning, did I loan against a property that really is strong? Do I have a good position against that property? And, did I secure my note properly? Is it filed with the county recorder and all those things? And, am I getting taken advantage of? And, those are all things that you're trying to figure out early on, but now, you're we know what those things are. And so, that's where it's exciting to talk about these things and make sure that people, can effectively deploy their capital into real estate.